so much on it that it beat his defense.
Cricket got free, and he'll go back to the line.
That was an outstanding move by Cricket. He recognized what happened. Edgerson was going to try to hedge to help Dickerson on Mercer. You'll see it right here. Edgerson, see, he goes out to help, and when he does, the passer does a terrific job of recognizing it, throws it inside. That's reading the defense. A terrific job by Kentucky all the way around.
Ramlet with his first. And enjoying the game up with Rutherby on the sidelines is Clem Haskins, the coach of the year after a magnificent season for Minnesota. And one of the great moves, he kept his team here, didn't send them home. He took the championship game. He wanted them to get the full experience of the week in Indianapolis.
Jim, and here's one of the things that Kentucky likes to do is press off of made free throws. Good job by Dickerson to come back and help. Shorten up the passing lane.
Jason Terry. And it's one away.
Muhammad's really having a fine half. The war started, but Muhammad is playing the minutes.
6 points and 7 rebounds for Muhammad.
One block and was credited with that last pass to Cricket. Good backdoor move by Mercer.
Mercer gives it back to Cricket. Missed the lay-in, and Ramlet clears.
Jim, this poor shooting percentage and the fact that Kentucky is not in the foul line has taken away their ability to set up their full court pressure, which really helps Arizona.
Terry, open three, got it. Man who slept in his uniform last night, Jason Terry. Started that ritual last week at the Southeast Regional before the game against Providence. And he's been wearing that now for almost 24 hours.
Well, I'm sure that everybody in the locker room wants to be in. Muhammad having a great half. And again, by scoring, the press gets established. Edgerson coming back with the ball. Really not a good ball handler.
Dickerson thought about challenging Epps, now looking for help. Go ahead and put it up. Dickerson struggling again tonight. 1 of 6 from the field.
Jim, one of the things that's hurting Dickerson in this slump is shot selection. He's almost shooting as an afterthought. He was the leading scorer on his team, and he got that way by taking good shots, not bad ones.
Well, that's the hot one.
Rambler on good defense. Muhammad hustling, but he's really getting tired.
Kentucky by 1. 1 minute to go in the half. Simon finds Edgerson open, who waits, and they got hit on the arm by Muhammad.
Mills is down over here, Jim. Really took a spill. Edgerson just waited for everybody to go by because he knows what a great leaper he is. Good move on his part, but Mills went down hard and he's still there.
Casino will come over to assist.
Jim, a little chance here to say something about a championship that took place yesterday. The University of Tennessee, Fathead Summit. She is now 55-11 in the NCAA. She's been to 10 Final Fours, 7 title games. She's won 5 championships. It looks like Mills really got cut on the chin here.
Here's the reverse angle, Billy.
There's Edgerson staying down, goes up. Let's see what happened. I
think he got hit.
After the fact?
No, he got hit by the elbow. Just randomly hit Edgerson's right elbow.
Looks like you'll have to go to the locker room.
You mentioned Tennessee's great repeat last night, winning the women's title for the 2nd straight year. Kentucky and Tennessee were the 2 champions a year ago, and they met at the White House last May the 20th. They'd like to go back to the Rose Garden
Jim, I'm going to give you something that's kind of interesting. You can see Mills really in some pain there. But of the 4 major championships in basketball and baseball, men and women, the SEC has won the last 5. LSU in baseball, UT women's hoops back-to-back, Florida in football, and Kentucky men's basketball. The SEC has reigned supreme with a chance to go again.
Well, Arizona's swim team won the
I
championship.
should have the 4 majors.
Oh,
Football, basketball, 3 major sports. Football, basketball, and baseball. A lot of people have won other teams.
Eckerson steps up and knocks them both down for a 39% free throw shooter. Mighty impressive. So a 20 call, and Lou Olson, who had talked about how sick he was of the negative, the 3 out of 5 first-round losses being emphasized around his team, and they almost, though, had that first-round fatality this year in a game against South Alabama. Just to think that they were down with 7 minutes to go in round 1 with 7 minutes to go, down 10.
Against a team that, coached by Coach Musselman, knows how to handle the ball, use up the clock. It was a terrific comeback. It's a very well-coached team.
50 seconds and a half. Good story here. Mercer has only 3 points.
Well, notice how well Arizona is playing the 3.
It comes in on the side, and they had another chance. He missed 2 short ones now. And the last shot to Arizona.
How about this Simon? Does he understand the game or not? I mean, he knew without Lou Olson telling him we're going to take 1 shot. Normally he's off and running. Here he plays it easy. Now he's got F's. Let's look at the matchups here. I'd go with Bibby with Mercer on him. Looks like Simon wants to keep it the full route. He's down to 7 seconds. Not a good move.
Cricket inbounds. 2 seconds. Epps just flings it. And Arizona goes to the locker room with a 1-point lead.
Jim, I think it would have been smart for Simon to give it to Bibby. Let Bibby penetrate and come out to Simon.
32 points. Jim, 11 of their 22 rebounds. So Nazi Muhammad particularly has 7 rebounds, 8 points. Terrific job.
Look at this. 10 ties, 10 lead changes.
Very even basketball game for some different reasons, and Miles Simon has been the guy, as I mentioned on that point. Simon says, and he has spoken in this first half.
This man spoke in the second half Saturday against North Carolina. Hits 5 threes in the second stanza. Like Bibby.
Double teaming out of this.
Turner, but he got a piece of the arm. Kentucky had trailed in the tournament in the second half a total of 25 seconds prior to tonight. 15 seconds trailing by a point to Iowa in the second round. And for 10 seconds last Saturday night against Minnesota.
Mills has to come in, and that's the 3rd foul on Turner. Very important. Mills nowhere near the defender. Trying to go one over the top.
Patchett reached in and knocked it away.
So that means that Epps becomes the primary ball handler with Turner sitting down. Changes things a lot for Kentucky.
He handled that job for about the first 30 games of the season. Here's Patchett, his favorite spot to mention. All there this time. Set up for a press.
You don't see that often, Jim. You're talking about a very good outside shooter. Not guarded at all. Here's the press. Then he comes back to it.
Simon
it was too good a pass.
Well, that's why he's a scorer.
Or too bad a shot.
He's such a scorer, he can't even pass without almost making it. Kentucky ball.
And Jim, that was a very easy play for 2 points for Arizona. It didn't have to be that good a lob. Just a direct two-handed pass. Davison would have put it away. Dickerson's having his problems offensively, but he is really shadowing Mercer. That's a game within itself, watching those two chase each other down the floor.
Mercer got 3 off the McClure screen, and Kentucky moves ahead.
First time Mercer's been able to rub off that screen and get free.
That was his first field goal in over 15 minutes on the clock. Dickerson, Franklin, follows. Blocked by McClure.
Kentucky getting great play out of their double centers. Muhammad
Muhammad and McGlure. Mills free. Rolls out and a push against Arizona.
Two wide open threes for Kentucky. Mills misses one, Paget the other. You won't see that often.
They gave Mills at halftime 3 stitches in his chin after that elbow, flying elbow. He was.
How about this substitution, Jim? Arizona puts down all 3 now. This is for an instructional set by Lute Olson, not for a rest.
Mills, Bramlett picked up his second a moment ago, and Edgerson picks up the board.
Just a mini clinic by Lute Olson with his 3 frontline players.
Bibby, he loves the second half.
And he loves that side of the floor.
Arizona by 2.
Bibby shooting right under 40% for 3 on the year. We talked about his opening game against North Carolina. Came up big, showed he was going to have a brother to me.
Mills a 2.
Arizona is so quick, Kentucky really pulls off the press quite a bit.
Simon, good fake. Good move by Miles Simon.
Simon knew what he was going to do, Jim, before he caught the ball. He had his mind set up. It was an excellent offensive play.
And that's 20 called by Kentucky. Kentucky, which has won its last 11 NCAA tournament games.
Jim, here we see the end of that basket, but we're watching right at what Simon had in mind. Before he caught the ball, he froze the defense of Kentucky. They thought he was going to catch and pass. He split the middle. He's done it twice tonight.
This Kentucky team, Billy, used 11 different starting lineups this season. You look at their numbers with Derek Anderson out. It's so great to see him shoot the 2 technicals on Saturday. But you have the 18-point average of Mercer, and then the next 8 players all average between 5 and 9 points. Everyone understanding their role in this Pitino system.
You know, those stats are kind of funny in this respect. Mercer was right at 18 when Anderson went down. He's floating.
Mercer, basket interference on McGlure.
It was on the rim.
I think it was on the way down, too. I think it was going to drop for a basket.
Now, here's a case where Mercer may be a little tired, Jim. He'd normally be way up above that rim on that putback. Excellent stutter dribble by Billy.
Loose ball, and Mercer bounced it off the Arizona player, Bibby.
There we see the tip ball on the cylinder, and everybody wanted to become an official there.
Hold on now, they're going to call a foul on
Simon.
Wildcats. No, we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be on Simon. He banged Mercer, who beat him for the first step.
That's the first foul he's committed. That's why it's a little startled, Billy. In the last 115 minutes of playing time.
I said he was a smart basketball player.
It goes back to the first half of the Kansas game. There's a Sweet 16 round.
Play good, solid defense and not foul is what every coach loves. And he has played solid D. Back screen for Mercer. He's just not as quick as normal.
Rickett and that pass. Tough one for Mercer to field.
Now remember, Mercer played 34 grueling minutes against Minnesota, and the minutes that he sat down was not to rest, it was to recover from the cramps. So I think that he is quite a bit below what he normally shows with quickness.
Dickerson on the floor. And last touched by Mercer. We got the under 16 timeout. Kentucky will come out of the break with Nazim Muhammad, their first half star. It was a 1-point lead at the intermission. It's now 2. Arizona trying to continue the Cinderella ride. From Cosby. How about Michael Dickerson tonight? He's 1 of 8. He's missed his last 5, but he has been playing defensively. Quite a game against Mercer.
Jim, he was only 1 for 10 on Saturday. There's the double down. Let's see if it'll go.